everyone, and welcome back to the McCall's baking channel. Do you love pumpkin pie? So do we, and we have a fantastic recipe to share with you that will help you easily create a delicious pumpkin pie. With a homemade crust and a made-from-scratch filling, this pie will be unlike anything you have ever tried before. So let's preheat the oven and get started. You will need McCall's sweet white margarine, sugar, an egg, and some flour. Scoop the margarine into the bowl of a stand mixer and add the sugar. Use a paddle attachment to cream the margarine and sugar together. Sift the flour through a fine mesh sieve. Turn off the mixer and scrape down the sides of the bowl and the paddle. This will help ensure all the sugar and margarine are well blended and fluffy. Turn the mixer back on high speed to really make the margarine mix light and aerated. Crack the egg into a ramekin, whisk it slightly, and then add a little of the egg to the margarine mix while the mixer is running. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and the paddle again, and then add more egg. Repeat this step until all the egg is incorporated into the margarine mix. Be sure to add the egg slowly and scrape the bowl after each addition. Adding a little at a time is the only way to really blend the ingredients together and make a nice homogeneous mix. Add the sifted flour to the mixer and use low speed to mix the flour into your margarine blend. Once the dough has formed, turn the mixer off and use a rubber spatula to mix in any additional flour on the sides of the bowl. Scoop the dough onto a piece of parchment paper. Place a second piece of parchment paper on top of the dough and flatten the dough with your hands. Then place the dough in the fridge to chill. To make the pumpkin pie filling, you will need to start with a can of E.D. Smith pumpkin pie filling and a can of evaporated milk. Scoop the pie filling into the bowl of your stand mixer, then add the brown sugar, cinnamon, ginger, ground nutmeg, and salt, mixing all the spices together before you toss them in the bowl. Crack 2 eggs into a ramekin and whisk gently. Mix the pumpkin pie filling and spices together using the paddle attachment. With the mixer running, pour in the evaporated milk. Add the whisked egg. Give the pie filling a quick stir with a rubber spatula to make sure the mix is well blended. Get out your 9-inch pie pan or some smaller 4-inch pie pans. Take out your pie crust dough from the fridge and remove the top layer of parchment paper. Sprinkle some flour over the dough, flip it onto a clean work surface, and then remove the other piece of parchment. Use your hands to form the dough into a rough circle, then roll the dough with a rolling pin until it is about 1/4 of an inch thick. Keep rotating the dough to help keep that circle shape. Roll the dough around the rolling pin and use the pin to lift the dough onto the pie pan. Use a mini straight spatula or small knife to cut off any excess dough that is hanging over the sides of the pan. Save those dough scraps to make extra mini pies or pie crust leaves to decorate your pie later on. Pinch the edge of the dough with your left index finger and thumb and use your right hand to push the dough between those two fingers, making a wavy pattern around the top edge of the pie crust. We love this decorated pie crust edge, but you can use any method or design to make your crust picture perfect. Press a fork across the edge or leave it flat, whatever you think will make your pumpkin pie look great. Pour the pumpkin pie filling into the pie crust, filling it almost to the top. Gently shake the tray to flatten the pie filling and help it settle into the crust. Place the pumpkin pie in your preheated oven to bake. The pumpkin pie is done when the crust has turned a beautiful golden brown and the pie filling is just beginning to crack in the center. Add a few pie crust leaves to decorate your pie. You can also use the leaves to hide any cracks or imperfections on the pie surface. Your picture-perfect pie is done and ready to impress your guests this fall. Not only is it incredibly beautiful, but every slice will taste fantastic. We at McCall's love showing you how to make amazing desserts, and we are always posting new videos on our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe today. If you followed this video and make this mouth-watering pumpkin pie, be sure to take a picture and tag us at Love McCall's. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram as well for daily bakery news. And if you need any baking supplies to make this pie or other dessert, head to mccalls.ca. We have everything you need, and we will see you next time.